Hi, welcome to our Infinite webinar. October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and I'm here with Jason Rigo, and we're going to discuss security concerns and things that you should be thinking about this time of year. It's a good time to do it in October. So artificial intelligence, just as a topic, what is that? What if I'm just a user and I'm using my computer and you're telling me about AI making emails and sending them to me, where is it? What is it?
Think of it as really sophisticated programming. If you know how to ask the AI for information, it'll give you information back. It's pretty much 80% usable.
And it can help criminals take advantage of people then?
Oh, in many different ways, yeah. So not only can AI create a believable email, it's also to the point where it can sample someone's voice and actually create videos that would look like the person.
That's scary.
It is.
So how is anyone supposed to even try to protect against that?
Even though a computer can simulate someone's voice, it can sound like the voice. If you know your boss or the person well enough, you're going to know their mannerisms. You're going to know certain words, certain phrases. So the better that you know your boss, for example, the easier it will be to spot if somebody's trying to use something that's fake against you.
So it's a good idea if I don't avoid my boss?
Yeah, you probably shouldn't just
Okay.
only talk to your boss on payday or when you're looking for the raise.
Yeah, maybe I should just get to know them a little better.
A little bit.
Possibly. A lot of people do communicate, though, over computers, phones, devices. I mean, you know, if a phone call can be faked, that's a significant problem.
It can. I don't think AI is to the point where it can be 100% interactive.
How does a company approach the idea of getting some kind of AI protection of some sort? Isn't, you know, I know that they offer cyber insurance in case things happen. Is that enough to have? I mean, a large amount of cyber insurance, let's say.
No, cyber insurance is good to have. Everyone should have some amount of cyber insurance. What businesses shouldn't do is think that cyber insurance is a substitute for a solid cybersecurity policy.
So having an actual policy where you've thought about this is like in other areas of insurance. You know, you take certain precautions against fire, things like that. So this is the same thing in a way, right? Or the insurance companies may actually work better with you if you take these precautions.
Yeah, if you put solid policies in place, if you can show that you're updating them every year, when things emerge like artificial intelligence and including that in your policy, insurance companies not only find that favorable, they may even reduce your rates.
What is IoT, or Internet of Things? Let's say it's something that you buy, this little device, it does something with your furnace, or controls your furnace or something. But it hooks into your Wi-Fi at home. And it hooks in to the same network that your TV is on, and your phones, and your computers, and anything else you have there, Ring camera systems, or not to brand it, but camera systems of all types.
And the issue there is, you mentioned it's the same network as your computer. Well, if you do any online banking, your weakest point is going to be the device that you never update.
Well, what about businesses? Do they do this?
Businesses do it all the time.
They do.
Oh, yeah. If they don't have a policy that says these types of devices have to be on their own network, they have to be isolated, they have to be segmented off from where the employees are conducting the majority of their business. The other thing that's important to know is that there's an actual search engine online that people can find these types of devices. They can find security cameras that are exposed to the internet. They can find other types of control systems that are just wide open on the internet. So it'd be important if a device like that, chances are the manufacturer should update the software on your phone or however you control it. You want to make sure that gets updated.
What is the cloud and what are some of the security considerations that people should think about?
Well, the cloud is viewed as this big fancy term, and it's kind of, people think it's mysterious. It's really just somebody else's computer.
So you're accessing a computer that does what you want done somewhere else, somewhere in the world, in some sort of a data center.
Yeah, a lot of times it's in somebody else's data center. Could even be located in another country, but it's just somebody else's computer. You're just essentially sharing resources or renting resources in someone else's system or data center.
Okay, and you don't have direct control over it, really. You have access to it.
Yeah, you're not going to have direct control over the back end. So you're not going to have control over anything, the actual servers that run it. You're not going to have access to anything on the network. You're not even going to have access to the security protocols they're using. You're only going to have access to what they give you access to.
Well, what if somebody gets my password, my username and stuff? Can't they log in from somewhere else into my cloud stuff?
Absolutely. That's the thing with the cloud. The cloud is designed to be accessed from anywhere. So if someone gets access to your username and your password and have access to your email account, let's say, yeah, they can access your cloud information from wherever they are. I mean, this is really a game of cat and mouse. The hackers need to find ways to get in, but us individuals and companies who are trying to protect data, we have to be constantly vigilant to protect against that. So what a lot of companies don't realize is that their employees are their biggest area of vulnerability. What I mean by that is we give them access to email. That's the one area that they're allowed to communicate with people from the outside, or they're getting information from outside. So we have to train them on how to spot, like we talked earlier, phishing attempts. They need to know how to spot a malicious email. We need to train them on the steps of they should take if they suspect that they clicked on something, or if their computer started acting funny after they went to a certain website. We need to train them how to report that quickly. We need to train them on, how to protect themselves, because what we want to do with employee awareness is we want to turn our weakest, most vulnerable place in an organization into the strongest one. And that's what security awareness does. We empower the employees to become part of the proactive nature of protecting our information.
Does Infinite supply a consultation of some type? If a company is interested in finding out, where do I start with all of this?
Yeah.
Do we have like a process that they can?
We do. So we have a consultation or an assessment that we can run through. So we can do it we usually like to do a survey. So we want to find out, have the customer tell us, this is what we currently have in place, and we would give them a list of maybe 15 questions to answer. We like to couple that with a scan that would tell us what's going on inside the network. Where are the things that they don't know are even there? And then we take those two components and we let them see where they're at. Part of the information is what they're telling us, or where they think they're at. The other part of the information is what we find by running our scan, and by using both of those, we can help them become more secure.
So scanning the network, is that an expensive proposition? I mean, how does that work?
Now, typically, there could be a small nominal fee for it, because there is some expertise involved, there is some time involved, but it's not expensive.
And that will identify a bunch of areas that may need addressed.
Yeah, 'cause it's going to tell us a bunch of stuff that's going on. What's going on a particular workstation or laptop, what's going on the servers, how secure the network is it configured the right way? There's all kinds of things, like we talked earlier. People put devices on the network and they forget about them. So if we find something like that and it's an area that could be vulnerable, we'll bring it to their attention so that they can take care of it.
Is there anything else you'd like to say, Jason, regarding the cybersecurity? that we didn't touch on at all?
Yeah, the one, if someone was to say, hey, where should I start? Do your own analysis, you know, look at your policies. Do you even have an acceptable usage policy? If you don't, you need to put one in place. You got to start somewhere. Don't hide from it. Don't think that it's too complicated. You need to do something.
Okay, sounds great. I would like to thank all of you for joining us for this 10-minute webinar. We're going to be producing more of these in the near future, so make sure to subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.